there. This is Floating in Dreams. This is going to be my best spring palettes. Welcome to everybody watching today. Thank you so very much for joining me. Today we're going to be doing the first video in eyeshadow palette week. Yay! Yes, I thought it could be fun to do another week dedicated to eyeshadow palettes. So every single video going live this week is going to be eyeshadow palette themed, and I'm going to be doing some extra videos as well. So that's why this is the first one. Monday through Sunday, you're going to get a daily video from me all about eyeshadow palettes. So I would like to stay tuned for all of that goodness because I'm definitely looking forward to it. And I thought we could kick it off with my favorite spring palettes because I haven't updated you on those yet. So first things first, I have 12 palettes here, and the 12 numbers 12 and 11 in the palette. This isn't really a ranking or anything like that, but I've mentioned these so many times as my favorite spring palettes, but they're in my Shop My Stash for April yet again. So I was like, they need to get a mention, don't they? So we have the Soul Blooming from Nabla. You guys know this about me. The Soul Blooming from Nabla. Oh, maybe put it like right way around. That might be nice. This is absolutely gorgeous. It has periwinkle blues and these peachy tones and some warmer neutrals. It has some duochromes in that have different shifts to them. And especially these two lighter shades can be topped over any of the other shimmers or mattes in this palette to give them more dimension. My go-to look with this is either this corner here with this, or if I want to go more warm toned, to use the peachy tones with a bit of this. It's absolutely stunning. This is so good. And I think you can still get this in some places. Like, this was never like truly discontinued as far as I know. Or maybe I'm just making that up because I want it to not be discontinued. That could very well be, but yeah. Nabla has really, really stunning eyeshadows. I have a bunch of them still part of my singles collection. I've tried some of their other palettes. This is the one that really stood the test of time to me, and I feel like this color story, it was never beat. It was never beat. So that's why I had to select it again for April. The other palette I was holding up is the Deuce from Juvia's Place. Again, discontinued, I think, but this is so, so beautiful. You get these really sort of, it's like ice cream flavors. That's what this reminds me of. And then you have sort of like I have two associations with this palette. Ice cream flavors is one, and the second one is like a meadow with flowers. You know, you get the green and like the pops of like purpley pinks. Am I the only one who's seeing this? I don't know. You get a really nice dark deep brown that works as liner or as a deepening up shade. Love this gray shade. Really love that. Love this middle row. This is really, really good as a crease shade, or this one is. You get enough shimmers and mattes to really make the work, just make the palette work. So the Deuce by Juvia's Place is one of my favorites for that reason. So one thing that I'm really veering towards this spring is pinks, and one of my favorite pink tone palettes is quite affordable at the drugstore. It's by Catrice. This is the Soft Peony. This was released last year as part of, I think, the spring summer drop that they did last year. And this is beautiful. So they did another pink palette before called the Dusty Rose, but that was very warm leaning, and I love that this has like cooler tone pinks with grays. That's why I'm loving it. It has okay quality. I don't feel like this is the best eyeshadow quality that Catrice has ever done, but it's very workable, very easy to work with, and I just really enjoy the pinky tones that we get in here. I'm not gonna lie. So the Soft Peony is a palette that I think is really, really beautiful if you want to go for those pink tone vibes that are so, so spring-like. Reminds me of cherry blossoms, actually, this kind of color story. I think another really beautiful color story for spring is the What's Up Beauty Geodes palette. Here is what it looks like. This was sent to me in PR. I think everything else was purchased by myself, and I'll have some links in the description box down below to help you to shop for these if you were interested in buying them. I will be using an affiliate link program for that, so if you do shop through those links, I could make a small commission, just so you know. But then you're aware of that fact. So here we have what the Geodes looks like from What's Up Beauty. I really feel that what What's Up Beauty does really well is giving you a neutral palette with some interest. So this is quite neutral leaning, but then you get these softer pops of color. Nothing is overly like boom kapow. Really beautiful, whimsical, ethereal looking shimmers that go really well with the different mattes you get. There is enough warmth if you have a super warm undertone, but there's enough cool tones in here for when you have that super cool undertone. So I think this can be very, very appealing. And one of the things I love about What's Up Beauty, all of their products are made in Italy, so it's incredibly high quality because a lot of luxury makeup brands are actually manufactured in Italy as well. So that's why I think this is absolutely stunning and really beautiful formula indeed. So another palette that I really associate with spring is the Nouveau from Anastasia Beverly Hills. From the sage green packaging to the sage green green shades that we get in here, I really like this. I like the pop of lavender in here. It's got some warmth, but it's quite neutral overall. And like the Geodes palette from What's Up Beauty, I feel that this has that sort of neutral vibe, but with a pop of something else. And that's, I think, what I love the most about like springtime color stories for me. It's like, it's neutral, but with that colorful twist. And usually like lighter pastel-y colors moving into this like sagey green stuff. It goes really nicely with the look I'm wearing today, which is a palette that's not in the video. I used the Frozen Kiss by Gourmande Girls today for the first time. I'm testing it out in April, so I can't put it in a video like this because I'm not sure whether it's going to be my favorite if I've only used it one time. But I think that a shade like a look like this is what I want for spring. Soft, whimsical, fairies, you know, it's like, that's what I'm really feeling like. And I feel like this palette has that quality as well. Now, if you also like more colorful things for the springtime and you want whimsy, but you want the oomph of indie eyeshadow, like in terms of impact, then I think the Witch of the Wildflower from Dieverune Cosmetics can be really nice for that. This came out in the fall time, but when I tried it, I was like, why was this a fall release? Because this is a spring palette. I mean, from the beautiful pops of lavender pink, the chartreusey green shade here, the mustard yellow, the green. Again, I'm getting meadows with flowers in a field sort of vibes from this. Am I the only one? Please tell me I'm not crazy. But here again, you have these really beautiful shimmers in the middle, and the pan in the middle is a split pan. So you're getting two shades instead of one. And I just felt that when I was doing the looks with this, it was all a little bit more vibrant than I would want it to be for like the fall season. So for me, in my brain, the shades are bright to really be nicely with that, going like with that spring vibe. We talked about like periwinkles and stuff, but the ultimate periwinkle isn't in the Nabla palette. It's in my Kaleidos palette. This is the Glowing Iris. If I want that periwinkle shade, this is what I reach for. Like, this is periwinkle heaven. Navy periwinkle taupe, that's like my comfort zone. And this is intense. And I love that you get enough like mattes, but then you get like a deeper sort of periwinkle shade. The shimmer goes with it really well. And I really enjoy these little Kaleidos quads. They are really, really beautiful. I feel like Kaleidos is really, really good at translating Asian beauty trends to the Western world. And I feel that this is really close to the kind of quality you get from Asian beauty, but then with a westernized color story. I feel that a lot of people who tend to hate on like Asian beauty brands don't appreciate that it's like all meant to be like more sheerly pigmented, and they want the impact and they don't really care about the formula itself. But I feel this is like the best of Asian beauty combined with like the best of Western beauty. So I really appreciate what Kaleidos does. I wish they came out with more of these. They did like 3 little collections with these quads, and they haven't done any since. So I wish that they were doing something else like this, because I think that would be a winner. And what I really enjoy about these little quads from Kaleidos is that if you have a couple of them, they all nicely blend together as well. So that's good to know perhaps as well. So this palette, I never know. It's like, is it more of a winter palette? Is it more of a spring palette? I can feel it going into both sort of realms. But if we're talking like whimsical, ethereal looking, Mercury Retrograde from Huda Beauty also has that quality to it. A little less so than some of the indie stuff I'm showing you, but I feel that especially this top, like these top 4 shades, give you exactly that. That's what pushing it into more of a spring like vibe for me. You get some warm tones, you get rosy tones, you get neutrals, you get some peachy tones, and these really beautiful like turquoisey, purpley shades. And I really enjoy some of the more ethereal looking shimmers in this as well. So very, very pretty. I think again of like meadows and springtime and blossoming flowers everywhere whenever I look at this. And that's why the Mercury retrograde has to be one of my favorite spring palettes as well. I was showing you the soft peony from Catrice as a great pink palette, but I also really like my Cheer Yet Jump for Joy. I tried a whole bunch of pink toned palettes from Asian beauty brands in 2024 to find like my favorite one, and this is the one that was giving. I did get this off of MONOLITH though. I didn't get it through YESSTYLE or like C Beauty Mall or something like that, because MONOLITH also stocks some Chinese beauty brands, and I think that this was in their sale at the time. I am affiliated with MONOLITH, but I did pay for this with my own money, just to be fully transparent. And if you do want to get 5% off, you're gonna have to wait a couple of days because they just had their launch yesterday, but from Wednesday onwards my code will be valid again on MONOLITH in case you want to get 5% off. And here we have what the Jump for Joy looks like. Really beautiful. You have like warmer toned pinks on this side and then cooler toned pinks on this side. You just get all the pinks you could possibly want. There's some nice neutrals that are being mixed in here. Really nice whimsical ethereal shimmers. This is absolutely gorgeous, and I find that now that, especially because I got it on sale, I got it for less than 25 euros, I believe. It's so well worth it. And in terms of like having a really good pink tone palette of like the look that I was going for in my head, like in Chinese beauty trends, it's like this dojin. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know how to say it correctly, but it's this vibe, this aesthetic, and you see these really beautiful pinky tones and all these people who are doing the makeup. I was like, I want that pink tone in my life, and this is where I found it. But rosy tones also belong in the springtime for me. I did reorganize all of my Natasha Denona palettes, and later this week I will be showing you how I reorganized my Natasha Denona palettes to go back to the original color stories. And the retro palette, I mean, this could go for fall perhaps as well, but I feel like only this side I would feel like is fall. But if I cover this up, I feel like this like more cooler tone section, and then especially like these more whimsical shimmers that it has, spring vibes. Spring vibes. And this is why I just really, again, Natasha Denona is also one of my favorite formulas. So you knew they had to make an appearance here. So yeah, the retro palette I think is still really beautiful to this day, and I can't wait to play with my Natasha Denona palettes again now that I've put them back into order, because I did reorganize them because the color stories weren't inspiring to me. But then I got some new things in, and I didn't want to reorganize those things. I was like, you know what, I'm going to put them back into order. And I think I did so very successfully. So yeah, the Natasha Denona retro I think is great for spring. And we're sticking to all the rosy tones because it doesn't get any more spring rosy vibes-esque than Pat McGrath's Utopian Dream. So this is the Mothership 9, and I don't have all of my Motherships anymore because I felt they were too similar. But this is one that I kept around because this, again, spring in a palette, people. These like pinky rosy tones, and then you have those lavender sort of pops of shimmer. It's just really beautiful, and I think that this, like, again, I need to bust it out in May. I really have to. I really have to bust this out and get this done. So if you're hearing banging, that's because they're fixing some things in my house, and I need to finish filming this video so I can get some groceries. And I have one more palette for you. And the final palette is the Vintage Glam from Gloss Gods. I got this last year when they re-released it. I think this is perfect for spring, especially because of the purple tones we're getting in the middle. So stunning. I feel like if my Nabla Soul Blooming ever goes bad, I feel this could be a very good replacement because you also get those like peachy, warmer tones in here. It doesn't have the periwinkle blues, but I feel like these lilac-y, purpley things can fit that bill quite nicely. So I feel like this is sort of like the updated version of the Nabla and what it is doing for me. So yeah, the Vintage Glam from Gloss Gods, I think, is absolutely stunning. So that's why that one had to go into this video as well. So thank you so very much for joining me again today. Thumbs up this video if you liked it. I hope you are as excited for eyeshadow palette week as I am. I will be back with a new video tomorrow where I'm going to be chatting to you again about all things eyeshadow palettes. So stay tuned for more, and then I hope to see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.